Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone's reading in October went well and you got to read a ton of great, amazing books, and I'm going to share my October wrap-up with you today so you can see the books that I read this last month. So for the month of October, I didn't get quite as much done as I would like to, but I did read 4 books. And, you know, it was a pretty good reading month for me. So, let's start out with the very first book that I read, and that is The Shining by Stephen King. Now, when I chose to read this book, I did not actually realize it was the book that my YouTube book reviewers group was going to read on Goodreads, so that worked out pretty well in my favor. The odds were in my favor. And so yeah, I read this. I actually listened to most of it on audiobook and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't really my favorite book ever. And I know it's Stephen King and it's The Shining and it should be absolutely amazing, but I just wasn't all that, I don't know, I just didn't care for it all that much. So yeah, I liked it. It was a good ghost story. I thought it was going to be way more scary than it really was. So, yeah. So I read this book last month. Next, this is a book that I've been reading for a while, and let's just face it, it's taken me way too long to finish it, but I ended up finally finishing it in the month of October, and that is The Fledgling Handbook 101 by PC Cast. This is their little handbook that they would receive at the beginning of the school year, or school in general, and they would learn from it, and it was very interesting. Some parts were more interesting than others, but overall, I liked it. Continuing on the House of Night train, I next read Kelowna's Fall by PC Cast and Kristen Cast, and let me just say, like, can we just have a whole series about Kelowna? Because this book, well, this novella, it's a novella, it's tiny. I wish it was bigger, but it's amazing. I absolutely loved this, and I'm glad that I liked it because overall the House of Night series has kind of been dwindling for me. Like, I haven't been enjoying it as much. So reading this kind of brought back my love for the House of Night. I absolutely adored this novella, and hearing Kelowna's story about how he fell was amazing, and I absolutely loved it. The final book that I completed overall, like the whole book, before I get to another one that I just started, and that is Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. Holy crap! This book is amazing. Like, this whole series so far has been phenomenal. I loved Anna and the French Kiss. I loved it, but like this book, like I want to like marry this book. Like, that's how much I love it. I absolutely loved Lola. I love that we did get to see Anna and Etienne, but just Lola, the character of Lola is so amazing and so eccentric and crazy, and I absolutely loved her. And this book was so good. I can't even like explain in my brain how good this book was. Lola and the Boy Next Door, probably one of my all-time favorite books this year. Like, I loved it. So good. I have come to the final book. This book I only got to start in October. I did not finish it. The other books before were completely finished, but I started Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. This book is very interesting, and I will talk about that more in my November wrap-up when I finish it, but it is really cool. Basically, there's 2 different stories in this book. You follow a girl who actually took part in NaNoWriMo, and now her book is being published, but the cool part is you get to actually read her book while you're reading her story of her moving to New York, and it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. And so far, I'm really liking it. I'm about not quite halfway through, so we'll see if I'm pretty sure I'll get this finished soon, but yeah, so I started reading Scott Westerfeld's Afterworlds. That's it for this video. That's it for October wrap-up. I can't believe October went really fast, I think. Like, technically it's like a week into November while I'm filming this, so I'm like crazy late on these videos. But, you know, it's like insane how fast this year has gone. So, I will see you soon with my November TBR, and I think a book haul as well I'm going to film today. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.